Everyone, it's Kiki. Thanks for hanging out. Today's video is about my top 4 kitchen tools that have saved me time, money, and have reduced decision fatigue for me. I feel like this video has come at a perfect time since many people are trying to save money with their grocery bill, and I wanted to share the ways that have helped me. I'll be going over my top 4 appliances and why, and at the end, I'll also share what order you should purchase these items to maximize space, time, and money, and I'll share how I get them for cheap. But before I get into the appliances, my top way of saving time, money, and reducing decision fatigue is meal prepping. I'll make a separate video about that later because I feel like that has saved me a lot of time and also has improved my health. I use all of these appliances that I'm about to share with you for meal prepping, and I found it has made that whole process a lot easier. It's also made my food come out tastier, which encourages me to eat at home more. Let's get into it. The Instant Pot has saved me so much time by reducing how long something cooks. For example, I've made stews, soups, meats all a lot faster because this is a pressure cooker. And the nice thing is you can cook multiple things in the Instant Pot, like beans, chicken, rice. There's a whole variety of things you can cook. So it's not just a one item type appliance. Also, it's energy efficient, so it will reduce your cooking bill. I remember when I would cook for a long time on the stove, that would use up a lot of electricity. It does add up. Another thing is, I love that it's hands off, so I can turn it on, leave it for the appropriate amount of time, and go for a walk. I can come back and it will be done. Since the Instant Pot has programming in it, I believe it's called fuzzy logic, the food always comes out the same. And when the food is consistent, you're more likely to eat it, which means that you won't be eating out as much. And also, if you are cooking your own food, you are more likely to choose healthier things, organic, less oil, less salt. Maybe you'll choose to use more vegetables. Cooking at home is a win-win solution, so I highly recommend this Instant Pot. The next item is this chopper. I didn't get this one till very recently, and it has really changed how I do my meal prep and cooking at home. It is super easy to use. You just take your vegetables or your fruit or meat or whatever you like to chop, you put it inside, and then you slap it. So it's quite fun. It's really easy to use. So the learning period for this is short. It is very small. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And I find when I use it, if I slap the chopper the same amount of times, say 6 slaps every time, the item that I chop in there will come out the same size. So it's quite consistent and there's no electricity needed to use this. I highly recommend a type of hand chopper if you want to reduce the amount of work that is needed to chop vegetables, fruits, or meat. The next one is a sous vide, and in case you are not familiar with this type of item, it is a cooker that you place in water. So the white body is in the water. It heats the water up to a consistent temperature and keeps it at that temperature for a certain period of time. With this one, the Joule Sous Vide, it comes with an app, so you can pick the item that you're cooking and it will show you how to cook it with the steps, with the time, with the thickness. It tells you how to do it all with videos, so it's quite convenient. I like using this one when I meal prep because I can put my food, for example, 6 chicken breasts in a bag and place the sous vide in the pot holding the water with the bag and just walk away. It has a timer. And we'll say 6 chicken breasts takes about 2 hours. I can literally do something else. I can go for a walk and come back. And if my walk is a little bit longer than I anticipated, there is a time period during cooking where it will still stay the same, so it's quite consistent. So for example, if my chicken is done cooking, there is 2 hours after the chicken is done cooking where it will still stay perfect. So overall, for meal prepping, for time, multifunctionality, hands-off cooking, consistent results, and recipes, I highly recommend the Sous Vide, and especially this Joule one. Next appliance is the Breville Smart Air Fryer. I actually was in the market for an air fryer, but I wanted something with multifunctionality. A lot of the items I have, they are not just for one thing. I live in a small place, so I have to maximize everything I have and make sure it can do many things. So for example, this one has a toast setting, a bagel setting, it has a specific pizza setting. So if you have pizza, it will ask you if it's 10, 12, or 14-inch in diameter and has the perfect temperature and time set for it. It also has broil, bake, reheat. Another amazing thing about this smart air fryer from Breville is the warm-up time. So when I want to bake something, it only takes about 4 minutes to heat up as opposed to the regular 30 minutes that I expect with the larger oven. Because this is also a convection oven, meaning it swirls the air around, the items get cooked consistently and the food is just so tasty. I like using the basket in this photo to bake things, which results in a quite crispy exterior. Another thing about this air fryer is that it is smaller in square footage, so it doesn't take as much electricity to warm up or to stay at a consistent temperature. Because it saved me so much time, it's energy efficient, has all the options, very convenient, I can literally leave it alone. I highly recommend this Breville Smart Air Fryer, and I always think to myself, where has this been my whole life? And I wish I had this one sooner. If I were to purchase all of these again, or if you're someone that doesn't have any of these, this is the order I would purchase them in, and I'll tell you why. Go with the Instant Pot first because it is so easy to use. You just figure out what you want to cook, there are buttons that you press, and you just leave it alone. The learning curve is quite easy. After enjoying that Instant Pot for a few months or so, I would say get the Sous Vide because with the sous vide, you need a container, a large container to put water in to heat up. And I found that the Instant Pot is a great receptacle for that because you don't need to put anything underneath. For example, if you're using a pot as a receptacle to hold the water, you would need to put a trivet underneath the pot, or you would have to place the pot on the stove. But what if you want to use that stove for cooking, right? So the Instant Pot is the first thing you'd want to buy, followed by the sous vide to save space. The next item I would suggest you purchase is the chopper. You don't need this one right away because with the Instant Pot and the sous vide, there's some time in between the cooking where you have your hands free, so you can use that for chopping vegetables. But I say you don't need this one right away and you can push it off till further if money is an issue. The last item I recommend you buy is the air fryer because I found I actually didn't need it since I already had an oven. And since I already had an oven, I didn't need the air fryer right away, but the air fryer was like a step up. It's like optimizing. And I find if you already have something, optimization is something you can wait till the end. Now here's the best part of the video, how I was able to get all of these items for cheap. So in the beginning, I mentioned that I meal prepped. So over time, as I meal prepped and I was saving money through that process, I put that extra money away. I was able to save money by not eating out. I was able to save money by purchasing all of my groceries and cooking it myself. And with the money that I saved, I was able to put it aside. Now, with the purchase of the appliances, I wanted to share that 3 out of 4 of them I purchased secondhand. I tried my best to not buy brand new because there is just so much abundance in the world that you can find it secondhand at a good deal. It's better than going into the landfill. The best way you can get that deal is through Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, a thrift store. But if you need it right away and you can't find it secondhand, I would wait for a sale, and there are certain times of the year, say for example, January, there is Black Friday. I notice a lot of the stores in the United States would have sales on holidays. Canada sometimes does the same thing as well, but if you can't find it on sale, then check Costco. That concludes my video on my top 4 kitchen appliances with the reasons why and how I got things for cheap. And I really hope that this video can help you save some money and improve your physical health. If you do end up using these appliances or you do use these appliances, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know how you use it, what your favorite recipes are, and how it saved you money. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.